What is going on, everybody? Alfred Ezman with World Baseball Network here. We are joined by a very special guest. We have Kam Durnin with us, the 2025 Appalachian League Player of the Year, a real good talent who was playing at Wichita State, now is transferring over to Missouri for the next 2026 college baseball season. Kam, thank you for joining us, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. What's going on?
Oh, I'm doing okay. It's a privilege to be sitting here talking to you, man. You had a great summer in the Appalachian League. Your bat really came alive, which was wonderful to see. A 407 batting average, 96 total bases, 56 RBIs, insane stuff, and then an on-base percentage over 500. That's crazy. Getting on base at over a 50% rate when you came up to the plate. How, what happened? How were you seeing the ball so well? What led to this?
Yeah, so I think I left for Kingsport, kind of wanting to figure out the bat. I'd kind of started over at the plate with my stance and really with my approach and everything. Uh, and the coaches and everybody at Kingsport created a really good environment just for me to have freedom and just to really have the opportunity to figure it out. And so I basically started from ground zero. And then I started to figure some things out, had some success, and then continued to try to stack days and build on that success. I think one thing that really helped me this summer was I never tried to get too big. Um, and I really tried to, I didn't try to take any ABs for granted. So there was times maybe where I could have gotten big and try to hit, I guess, the home run or the double. But I really just try to simplify the whole summer and just stick to an approach. And I think not taking ABs that seemed meaningless for granted led to more success.
Very good, man. And if you could, dive into the Appalachian League and, playing summer ball in general. Me being in the state of Tennessee, I'm very well aware, of the Appalachian League, what it's about, what it means to guys like you to get out there
Hmm.
and play like that. But just talk about the experience and, summer ball in general for those people out there who are watching this who may not be aware of it.
Yeah, I loved it. I would recommend it to anybody. First, you're playing in a really pretty area. I love the mountains there. Second, I keep going back to this. It was filled with so many good people, teammates included. I mean, I loved all the guys I played with, coaches from Rick to Paulie, to Tyrell to Chalupa. All those guys at Kingsport were awesome. Like I said, they created a really good environment to be successful. And really, all those parks we played at too, they kind of had they had their own uniqueness to it that made it fun. Um, really, I can't say enough about it. I had a blast. It was super fun. And I would recommend it to any baseball player.
Let's head into college baseball. You just made the decision, or not just made, I should say, but made the decision recently to
Mhm.
transfer over to Missouri. This is, pretty big stuff. Missouri, is in the SEC. It's kind of like the spotlight, if you will, of college baseball, whether people kind of want to say that or not. That's kind of how it's laid out at this point. Missouri's a program that just hasn't found footing recently since joining the Southeastern Conference. However, guys like you are obviously coming in to try and change that. Talk about the decision, why the Missouri Tigers and Carrick Jackson. What does he bring, or what did he tell you that he could bring for your game? And what was the plan with going to Missouri?
It really just made too much sense in too many different areas not to pick Missouri. Like you said, they're in the SEC. That's the top conference, so you're gonna be playing the top competition. I'm from Missouri. It's only an hour and a half away, so I'm close to home. I'm playing in front of people I know. More family members can come watch. But I really did like the people there at Mizzou, and I loved the conversations we had. Like I said earlier, I was left for the Appy League, wanting to figure out some hitting. Um, and I was really chasing hitting development as well in the transfer portal. I felt like I had good conversations with LeBlanc at Mizzou. Um, and I think because of all those factors, led me to pick Mizzou. Obviously, I know they haven't had the best past couple of years, but we're that around. And I would love for a program like Missouri, being in my home state, to get back on its feet to represent my state well.
Very good, man. And this is a Missouri team that is bringing in a lot of transfers, right, to retool themselves. Talk about. I don't know if you've had conversations with certain guys in the portal class yet, or even returning players that they may have coming back. But if you have, go into guys you're excited about, and what conversations have been surrounding the portal people coming in.
So I met the Lawrence guy and then Chris Patterson in the Appy League. Both of those guys seem like really good dudes, so I'm excited to meet them. I've actually started to move into my I guess it's a townhome that we're staying in Columbia. So I've met all my roommates. They all seem like great dudes. So other than that, we I think we have our first team meeting tomorrow. But I'm really just excited to meet everybody and get the ball rolling. So
Yeah, school's back in session. Everyone's meeting back up for fall practices and exhibitions and whatnot. Very exciting stuff. I'm sure you're gonna love, living in a house with your teammates and everything.
yeah,
Well, Cam, thank you for doing this. Thank you for joining us. Congrats on Appalachian Player of the Year. It's a
yeah,
huge deal to earn that in a summer league. It kind of puts your name out there for a lot of media people and just baseball fans in general who love the sport. Before we wrap up, I do want to give you a final question. I like doing this with all the collegiate guys we talk to. There are a lot of kids out there who want to get to the level you're at,
mhm.
playing Division I baseball, playing in the SEC, however you want to word it. If you could really quickly, not to put you on the spot, what is some advice that you would give kids out there wanting to get where you're at?
I would say that just to stay consistent every single day. You don't necessarily have to do everything every single day, but as long as you're doing something every single day and staying consistent and having a routine, that's super important. If I learned one thing from this summer, it would be that as long as you have an opportunity each and every day, then there's always a chance. I feel like God has taught me this summer that He can use anybody and anything for any purpose at any time. Uh, so once again, as long as you have an opportunity to go perform and to play baseball that day, you're never out of it. So never give up.
Very good. Cam, thank you for joining us, man. We really appreciate it. As much as you may be thankful for us having you on, we're thankful for it because it helps us grow. Thanks again, man. Best of luck at Missouri. We will be keeping an eye out for you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Of course. Well, everybody, from Alfred Ezman, this has been World Baseball Network. Thank you for watching.